like stationeries, notebooks, modeling clay, dictionaries, pencils, kamusi, and more. And calling all students, gear up for success with our back-to-school items, providing you with everything you need to excel in every subject. At Elevation Bookshop, we're here to assist you in finding the perfect resources for your journey. Do you have specific preferences or looking for something special? Visit us at Kenya Cinema Plaza, mezzanine floor, or contact us on 0748 902 225. Elevation Bookshop. Enrich your life.
Elevate TV, advancing kingdom lifestyle.
Yes, welcome to Man Unveiled, a show that comes to you every Wednesday, 8 to 9 p.m. This is our family time, and I want to take this opportunity to welcome all of us who are watching us from our offices and from our homes, or even from wherever it is you are, those who are in this country and those who are in diaspora. So much welcome. Your host, Joe Wisdom, and as always, this is Man Unveiled. And on Elevate, we say we advance kingdom lifestyle. Tonight is a wonderful evening, and I want to, as I promised you last time, we have a set for you specifically because you asked for it, and we are faithful people. You say that in Man Unveiled, you ask for it and we get it for you. On Man Unveiled, we say we here to encourage men, to empower and also strengthen the man. We don't fight men on Man Unveiled. We are here to build the man because it takes a man to get the best out of another man. Tonight's show is Decoding the Woman. And just to take you back a little bit, we talked about decoding a man. And men talked. And there's something that men said, that men talk, only that people don't hear them. And we have ladies tonight who are helping us decode the woman. They say that a woman is a very complicated creature. But is it true? We have a set of Pastor Sari Githinji, all the way from Hillside, Ruaka, and Pastor Carol Nzyoka, all the way from Kaha West, Maziwa, Zimmerman. Thank you so much. And I want to first, before I even give them a chance to introduce, I want to appreciate their husbands because they are the authority that has helped them be here. Pastor and Bishop Githinji, thank you, sir. Thank you for allowing Pastor Sari thrive and give her a platform to be who she is. I have followed your story, and I know that you believe in empowering your spouse. God bless you, sir, and we are grateful. And Apostle Fred, wow, Monyao, a great man. And I also want to give a special thanks to you for also empowering and giving Pastor Carol an opportunity to thrive and do her ministry. She's doing amazing ministry even for women and pastors' wives, and we'll be getting to know more about them after this. I want to, Pastor Sari, to go first. This is your camera. Yes, I want you to give a shout out. Let people know who Pastor Sari is.
Well, thank you, Apostle Joe, for having us in this show today. We looked forward to come here in fellowship and be a blessing to many people. My name is Pastor Sali Githinji. I am born again and married to one husband who is Bishop Joseph Githinji. I'm also a mother of two boys, Stephen and Samuel. And I'm also a pastor at Hillside Church that is based in Ruaka. And I'm also a mentor to so many other people. And I think that is all that I can say about myself today.
Wow.
Yes.
You have no you give a shout out to to Bishop and your
Oh,
sons. They are watching.
yeah, that guy, my guy. I tell you, that guy is my guy. Yeah, we've been married for 25 years.
Wow,
Bishop Githinji, a shout out to you for allowing me to be the woman I am. Second from Christ. I don't think I would have discovered myself the way I would have discovered myself this much because of him helping me and walking with me. I shout out also to my sons, my boys, my babies, Stephen and Samuel. I know they're watching.
Wow.
And they know that I love them.
Hillside community.
And Hillside community, oh my dear, that is my family.
Yes.
Real family.
Wow.
And I love them and they love me back.
Wow.
Yes.
Great. Hillside, we salute you.
Yes.
And your mama is here.
Yes.
So you can't touch that remote. Please, you can't. That phone that you are using, keep it Elevate TV.
Amen.
Pastor Carol, doing a great ministry. Wow. Your chance to.
Yes. Thank you so much, Apostle Joe, for this opportunity. My name is Pastor Carol. I am born again. I am a wife to Apostle Fred. Not a wife, the wife.
Okay.
Love that.
It's good to mark your territory.
Yeah. I'm the wife to Apostle Fred Munyao. I know some of you know him. I pastor under him. He has given me an opportunity to minister with him at Center for Christ Ministries International. We are located at Zimmerman, and we are happy to be here today. I am a mother of 3 boys, and we've been married for the last, this is our 20th anniversary, 20th year. Wow. So we are glad that the Lord has been gracious to us. We are happy to be here today. We are looking forward to a good moment. Ladies, be sure we are going to represent you well. We hope and we believe that we will, because we are here to discuss this girl.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Now, I want you to shout out to Apostle Fred.
Yeah. Apostle Fred, my husband of 20 years, the husband of my youth.
Wow.
I am happy that you have allowed me to come here. I'm giving a shout out to you and my sons, my 3 boys. I know they're also watching. And also the CCMI family, wherever you are, you have been telling me that you're going to watch. Wow. Here we are. And thank you so much for tuning in.
Wow, great. And the show is up and about. We are right here and we want to address things as they are. Today we are speaking it. We are saying it as it is. And I can tell you that these ladies are ready for us. I want to appreciate those who are watching us online. Thank you. I can see you already there. Boro Steven, thank you so much. I wonder who did this. Wow, 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 wow. Victor Asige, Hillside Community. We are here. They are camping here. These guys are camping. Faith, we love you, ma'am. Wow, Boro Steven, Pastor Caro. Hey, wanatuma moto huku. You send people to incite here. We have inciters, we have arsonists storming up our page tonight. And I just want to possibly go to Pastor Sari and Pastor Sari, maybe you can just help us to understand a woman. The beauty of a woman, the challenges that goes with being a woman. Because according to us men, and I'm speaking for Men Association, we see women as very complicated human beings. And sometimes it's very difficult. Sometimes, and most of the times, it's not easy to understand them. You can demystify maybe whether it's a fallacy or a fact. Are you women complicated? Help us to understand the dynamics of the beauty and the challenges of a woman. Yes.
Thank you so much, Apostle. I think I don't want to say very complicated.
Yes.
But I want to say we are complicated.
Okay.
Yes. And I want to say it is not a fallacy, it is a fact. And I also want to say that complexity is good.
Okay.
It is cool. It is beautiful. Because when God was created the whole world in Genesis, he created everything with varieties. The plants, the stars, everything, the earth, and human beings. Man and female, as much as we are different genders, but we also varieties in terms of who Apostle Joe is not who Bishop Githinji is not who Apostle Fred is. That variety brings a lot of beauty.
Wow.
Because if we were looking at life in an obvious way, that the Men Association would be able to depict and to know a woman fully, A to Z, understand a woman from morning when she wakes up to evening when she sleeps, understand her thought processes, understand her behaviors, understand everything, life would be very boring.
That's true, I agree.
That's why I say complexity is beautiful.
Wow.
It would be very boring. So I think we want to help the men to see the complexity in terms of beauty, not in terms of something that they resent.
Okay.
Or something that they feel is a burden to their heart.
Or a complication.
Or a complication. But something they'll be able to live with, the woman you have, in your place of work, a mother, a sister, colleague, sisters in church, neighbors. You're able to live with them with a lot of delight. You get me?
Wow.
Not feeling like a woman is a burden.
Wow.
Because if we go to the very complicated in a negative way, men will begin to feel these women are too much.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you getting that?
And they think that is where we are.
Yeah, that's where many men are. These women are too much.
Yes.
And we are not.
You know, something you've said, and
Yes.
to me, I think I'm learning. As Joe, your husband is learning. You should thank God. Now, what I'm taking from what you've just said is that the complexity and that just being being unique in a woman,
Yes.
is not something to be. It's not something that people should fear. It's something to be embraced. It's a uniqueness that every woman, every man should embrace and be willing to learn.
Exactly.
To explore.
It's a difference that not only men, but even as women to women.
Yes.
All of us. For us to have a good place to live in here on earth or in our homes, we are supposed not only to know that there's a differences, but also understand the differences and also respect.
Wow. All right.
Respect it the way it is, because you'll understand something, Apostle Joe, that some of the complexities that people think about a woman in terms of negativity are inherent traits that God has placed in a woman.
Wow.
That make the woman different.
That makes a woman unique. We are
Yes.
coming back, Pastor Sari,
Yes.
because I want Pastor Carol possibly to come in and tell us possibly what's the beauty of being a woman? You being one, being raised up all the way from a place I don't want to mention. You know, they say there are people who have come from far, and others have come from very far.
Furthermore.
Furthermore,
I know.
Pastor Carol,
Yes.
please help us understand this woman
Yes.
and the fact that you are in the women ministry.
Yes. I think a woman is the best thing that God did for the world. Creating a woman is the best thing that God did. Because maybe to add on what Pastor
Yes.
Sari has said, a woman is not to be read and understood and complete the learning and understanding, because as soon as a woman realizes that a man is no longer reading them, they may interpret that to end of love.
Hey, okay.
So I want to say that a woman is a long read.
Okay.
Unfortunately, especially in relationships,
Yes.
when you're meeting this woman, there's nothing written that, an alert for long read.
Yes.
So you get into a relationship and you want to just now flow, and then you realize there's something happening that you're not understanding about this woman. I would like every man to understand that a man is a long read, and the man is expected to read. There's no shortcut.
Yes.
There's no shortcut.
You must study this.
You must
study this creature.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. And the more you read, actually, the more you enjoy,
Okay.
and the more you appreciate our, who we are. And the other thing I would like to say is that the man, the moment they start reading the woman, the moment they stop reading a woman, what did I want? How do I put this?
Anyhow is a how. Just bring it out. We are ready for it.
I don't know what I want to say. Okay.
Maybe I can rephrase. Maybe
Yes.
because I'm getting maybe where you want to go. This woman is like a book.
Yes.
And it's not something that you can complete in one day.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
It's something that you need to keep exploring.
It's
In
a
fact,
lifetime thing.
or Nesh sent me a book that looked like Ancient of Days. Akaniambia, this is the book, and in fact he said you should give us the newest version, ikuwe kwa soft copy, because we need to keep reading. So it's something that you can never complete reading.
Yes.
Every day with its newness,
Yes.
with its own dynamics.
Yes.
Ndio unaonanga mtu analala anaamka unaona, is this the person that slept yesterday?
Yes. And you know, Pastor Joe,
Yes, please.
the other challenge that we have
Yes.
is that some men want an executive summary of the book.
Okay.
And this, they want to try to get it from the woman. Like, a man would want me to just tell them who I am.
Yes.
Because we, yes, as Pastor Sad said, we make it a bit we look a bit complicated.
Yes.
So as you're trying to read, you wonder, why doesn't she just tell me who she is? Because I'll sleep okay, in the morning I'm not okay. We
What
are smiling
happens?
at this moment,
Yes.
the next moment something has changed. So some men would be like, why don't you just tell me
We want
what you want?
something predictable.
Yes,
Yes.
we don't understand you. So some men want an executive summary, which is not possible, because even us women, we don't understand ourselves. And you know, the point I wanted to say,
That's a bugger point.
Yes.
the point I wanted to say
Yes.
previously is, there is a part of a woman
Yes.
that even her,
Yes.
she'll never discover until a man comes in their lives and unveil it.
Wow.
You get?
Okay.
So as this man is reading this book, they're also helping us to understand us. But if you want an executive summary from us, we may not give you the right thing.
Wow.
Because there's what we think we are. But you who is reading would get a better version of
There
who
are
we
also
are.
revelations that you get as you continue reading.
Exactly.
A woman is just like the Bible.
I
The
love
more you
that.
read, the more you
more you
get this
understand.
revelation, the more you understand.
Yes.
Exactly.
The more you fall in love with it.
Yes.
I think in a nutshell we can say.
Exactly.
Now, you know something that you have said, you say something that I have never seen. That a woman, you know, many women will always say that a woman is not complicated. And we don't really understand what they mean, because by all standards and measures, they are complicated. So you agreeing that you are, but in a positive way, to me that is something, I think.
You know why I say that? I talk from an experience point of view.
Yes.
I agree with what Pastor Carol is saying.
Yes.
That sometimes the men want us to tell us the full, conclusion of this is who I am.
Yes.
Yet sometimes a woman is not understanding herself exactly who she is. And this is the reason, Apostle. It is because the difference in men and women, according to me, is this. Men do not go through a lot of changes
That's
and
true.
transition, developmental changes that affect them emotionally, mentally, physically, like women do. When it comes to women, we're talking about hormonal beings.
Yes.
That plays a large part of how a woman behaves, how a woman thinks, how a woman feels at some specific times. That's why a woman will wake up, you'll sleep, she's happy. You'll wake up, she's very moody.
Yeah.
So if you tell me to explain myself to you as who I am,
Or what happened.
or what happened,
You also don't know.
I also do not know. I'm trying to sit down myself through self-awareness and get to know, why am I feeling what I'm feeling right now? Why am I behaving the way I'm behaving right now? Why did I answer him the way I answered right now? Those are we also, like women, we are also learning ourselves who we are. It becomes very difficult if you're surrounded by people, maybe in your place of work or business or home or even church, people who are not taking time to understand who a woman is. You see, you asked, is a woman complicated or misunderstood? Both. There's the part of a woman being complicated and also the part of being misunderstood, because some people are not giving attention to getting to learn the woman more. Just like also some women are not getting attention, taking attention. They're not intentional about learning who they are themselves. So that they can also be able to know why they do things the way they do it. Why they talk and respond to issues as sometimes the way they respond. And I strongly believe with understanding and right knowledge, we can have peaceable, so to speak, lives. Whereby the male in our community or in our surrounding or in the environment where we are do not necessarily feel as if we are complicating life for them, but they will handle us from a place of understanding us. Yes.
You know something that I will possibly, and I know want also Pastor Carol to address it, is that you're saying that when, you know, we should help you understand, you know, if a woman is not working enough to be self-aware.
Yes.
She will even give other people a difficult time understanding her.
Yes.
And I think that is the that is now what we call the complexities we are talking about that are making life very difficult, even in marriages.
Right.
The husband, you know, a woman who is self-aware will give her husband an easy time, even to understand her. Pastor Carol, maybe as a family therapist, because you have handled these cases, have you found families that are breaking because of this misunderstanding? Or maybe you can give us a case on point. Or
sometimes you'll many families. There are many families which are broke in, you know, because of misunderstanding, in terms of especially the issue of temperament. It's a serious issue in the families. I remember when I got married to Apostle Fred. Apostle Fred is totally different from who I am. And we had issues. We, not just two issues, we had issues because he's outspoken, I'm a bit quiet. He's a go-getter. I am a bit, I watch my steps.
He's a risk taker, you are risk averse. You just want your money where you are.
Yes, and I remember one time, there's a place we were working, and we happened to be working together. And there's this program that was introduced in our place of work, which is also another thing that would really help even for people who have employees. Because some of these women or men, they may never get this opportunity or even to know that they need this. There are even some men who will never accept to be taught. So I request that people who have employees and they have an opportunity to introduce some of these trainings, they would also help families, because that's one way of helping the families. So this was introduced where I was working, the study of personalities and you know, the temperaments. And you know, I had done it before my husband joined me, because he joined me in that company later. And I kept telling him, there's this and that. This is the reason you behave this way. This is the reason I behave this way. And you know, he used to think it's mashetani, mapepo. These things are not, we are spirit-filled people. We are going to heaven. What is this thing that you are telling me? How can I have weaknesses and, you know?
And Christ died for it. He said it is finished.
Yes. And you know, it's like we are trying to exalt weaknesses and trying to, like, you know, so he had an issue. He would not even listen to me. But when this came now, you see now when it's in a workplace set up, he had no choice but to be in the session.
To be present.
And I want to tell you, Apostle Joe, that is one of the things that really helped us in our marriage.
Wow.
It has helped us up to date.
Glory to God.
The moment at which I got to understand why I act the way I do, why he behaves the way he does, that moment was very helpful. So there are many people who are out there. Maybe you are a man, you have an opportunity, you have an exposure, you are able to access some of these trainings, blah blah blah. But your wife is just at home; they don't have this. So you keep trying to compare them with the secretary you see at your place of work, the other person that you see somewhere, another man's wife. I would want to encourage men to invest in their wives in terms of trying to build their capacity and self-awareness. Because when a woman becomes self-aware, as you said, and as Pastor Sadi said, life becomes easier.
That's true.
Because you will know, this is my borderline. I know if I go beyond here, this is, when I start seeing these signals, this is where I'm getting to. And you start avoiding going to that direction. But if you don't know, you'll never even know the triggers, what triggers you into some actions and some behaviors. So that is very key. Yeah.
Wow, I'm enjoying this conversation because, you know, they say if you are too big to be taught, then you are too small to teach. I'm here to learn as well, and I can tell you these ladies are speaking it as it is. And I'm so excited to have them. I think they are the best I could have had for this session and for this discussion, because, you know, when you hear someone also speaking from their personal experience, that person is ready possibly to bring out their lives. You know, many people don't want to speak about their lives.
No.
Yeah, sure.
So to me, I'm learning, because one of the things I also tell people when we go out there, when we are doing trainings, I'm a trainer. And I want to also talk to those people who have employees. Please don't just invite speakers to come and tell them about sales.
Right.
About you know, targets. Let them learn about relationships.
Sure.
Let them be taught life skills.
Yes.
Self-awareness.
Yes.
Possibly the reason why they are misbehaving is because they have personal issues.
Yeah, right.
So if we can address the personal issues, your work will be very easy.
Right.
So allow me to shout out to, maybe before I give a shout out to some few people, Pastor Sari, possibly there's something that you would add maybe as we come to the close of that, you know, the dynamics and the beauty of being a woman.
I don't know whether you remember this, Apostle, and those who are listening to us. When we were in primary school, and those of us who went through the secondary school education, we knew that certain teachers would be very rough, female teachers, very rough.
Yes.
And ruthless.
Yes.
And they would beat us up.
I'm remembering one, Pastor Sari,
Yes.
who gave me a 5-fold ministry, which did not go very well with me, because at that age I never believed I could be slapped by a lady. And she gave me a 5-fold ministry. I went for my mother. I continue.
You remember that, yeah?
Yes.
And at that time, we would say it is when she wears a certain dress. That's what we would say. I'm heading somewhere.
I get you. When she comes with this, we know things are not okay.
Yes.
I get you.
And you know, for us women, during certain periods of time in the month, they're the dresses we wear.
Okay.
And there's a lot of emotional imbalances at that point. That's when women become very rough, angered for nothing.
Okay.
When Pastor Carlos talks about when you learn how, you'll know how not to cross the borderline, is understanding all these dynamics. Because then when I was young, I wouldn't know why certain female teachers were very rough.
Certain times.
Certain times. Until when I grew up and grew older, I begin to resonate with them. In my case, because we also want to be vulnerable at some point and also open, there's a stage I got to when my husband looked at me and asked me, "Who are you?" After many years of marriage.
Yes.
Because he felt like someone else has evolved. Someone
like
else,
he has lost you.
He has lost me, and he's not understanding who is this now. Who is not like too submissive. Who is not like, like questioning things most of the times. And I was also not understanding myself. I got to a point every time I was telling him, "You're not listening to me. You were not listening." He would put the phone down. The television is off. He looks at me, he says, "Okay, speak on." I would speak. After 1 hour, I would tell him, "You were not listening." Then you tell me, "What do you want me to do? The phone is off. The TV is off." I said, "When I was talking, you were giving me advice. You were fixing me. I don't want to be fixed." And he kept saying, "At this point, I do not understand you. I feel like I do not know you." Until when I began to know the self-awareness, I began to read, research, understand the stage I am in. And I helped him understand me in telling him, this is the stage I am in right now as far as developmental stages are concerned. And this is what is happening. When you see me responding and reacting to things the way I'm doing, and the changes that you're seeing that are so so huge is because this is the stage I am in. And let me tell you something that happened. When he understood the stage I am in, he began doing research for me. And
He started helping you.
He started helping me.
I want to cut you right there,
Yes.
because we after this break, I want us to help someone.
Yes.
Because that place of helping is the solution point.
Yes.
And that is why so many families and so many couples
Yes.
are fighting on right now.
Yeah.
Coming back after this short break.
Behind every pulpit is a heart that serves, a life that leads, and a soul that often carries the weight of the flock.
Why is your church not growing?
Encourage a Pastor is a show that provides a platform to speak for the pastor, fivefold ministers, and the church at large.
Why should we just keep quiet and cry? People are not giving tithes. We keep complaining about what people are not doing. What can I do?
Sometimes when we come to the place where we understand that Christ is building the church, there is a certain kind of rest you enter into.
Engaging critical issues that encourage, equip, refresh, and envision pastors into the course of their work in the ministry.
The most important thing is the life of the Word of God in that church.
Many people do not know the intrigues and challenges of pastoring.
This show is a blessing to leaders and the led.
Catch Encourage a Pastor every Saturday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. hosted by Apostle David as we inform and speak for the ministers of the gospel. Elevate your brand with Elevate TV, a premier media station in the country. We specialize in video production, live coverage, advertising, and social media marketing. We do quality production for YouTube videos, podcasts, and live events. Transform your vision into reality with creativity and precision. Call us today and elevate your story on 0705 872 237.
Yes, and welcome back. We are right here on Man Unveiled, and I want to appreciate all of us who are watching with us, and thank you for your comments. I know I will read some of these comments. I can promise you I will do that. I've never failed you. I will read your comment. You just wait, hold on right there. But again, I also want to acknowledge those of us who are Boro Stephen, thank you so much. Thank you, Royce Ruguru, God bless you. Faith to talk, Carol Moses, thank you so much. All of you who are watching us. Azil Chebet, Faith, God bless you. Mase Kamau, wow, Mase Kamau, Faith. You know, these people, I cannot read these comments. Let me just acknowledge the people, because the bugger points that are being dropped here are heavy. So allow me. Purity McKenna Daniel, thank you. Pastor Purity, God bless you. All the way from Mebri Life Church, God bless you. Solomon Mutai Solo, Lanning, Mase Kamau, Cooked. Hey, all right. Boro Stephen, they are the best. It's true, they are the best. Wilberforce Wanyonyi, I'm learning a lot about ladies. Please, Wilbur, make sure that you try this at home. It will help you. Karen Wolohotra Bonga Point, thank you so much. And all of us who are watching tonight, we are joined with Pastor Karen Nzyoka, all the way from Zimmerman, and I want to appreciate even her contribution and her share. You know, one of the things that I've picked is that sometimes it takes an outsider to come and save the situation. And today she is a therapist because she went through that process. Don't just sit there saying that mimi hakuna kitu mwanaume anaweza niambia. You know, you are a man there unajikausha. Those difficult men don't have families. You must be vulnerable. You must agree that I need help. That I need help me understand you better. Pastor Sari, I'm coming to you because there's something you are helping a man.
Yes.
In fact, you are saving a marriage. Continue.
Okay. I was explaining
He
how
started to learn.
he started to learn when I told him the transition and the stage I am in right now in life as a woman, which I said some stages are inevitable. They are a must for every woman, regardless of culture, where you're coming from, or upbringing, or status in society. You have money, you don't have money. There are certain stages that no woman is going to evade. We have to go through it, all of us. And so if a man is not going to understand personally, because we cannot generalize, maybe the way in a certain stage or developmental stage of life, the way I will be responding or reacting or behaving is different from Pastor Carol or from another woman. So that is why it's very important for a man to be able to understand his own personal woman. Or if you are in an organization, maybe you are the boss or you are an employer or the employee within there, it's important that we get knowledge, to get to know why are women behaving right now, or a particular woman behaving this way. And sometimes you're going to see as if it's a pattern. Like in a specific time of the month, they behave in a certain way. Or maybe a certain period of time. When you learn like that, such kind of details, you cannot live in ignorance. You'll have to want to dig deeper and get to know, let me understand what is happening to this woman, why she's responding to issues, thinking the way she's thinking, which is going to be helpful even for you. So what happened with my husband is that when I told him I am thinking, because some of these stages, they just get you and you're not even aware. You're not aware you're getting to perimenopause stage, menopausal stage. You just begin to see you're also behaving differently. You're even shocked at yourself.
That's
yourself.
You don't even know you've changed.
You don't even know you've changed. Sometimes it's about pregnancy. You don't even know how much men don't have an idea how much pregnancy can change a woman.
I know.
And I agree, because you have never been pregnant. That is very true. For men, we should be very careful on this.
It can change a woman. So if you don't want to understand, because understanding is key. Knowledge and then understand. It's key. If you don't want to understand, you'll never help her.
That's true.
And actually what will happen, there's going to be a lot of conflict in relationships, and that is across the board, even mother, son, mother, daughter. There's going to be a lot of conflict because none is putting sitting themselves down to be able to understand. So what happened is that my husband began to do research, and he would send to me sometimes clips, sometimes podcasts, sometimes just an information written by someone. Just listen to. He would say, I think this is what you were talking about. I think there's much more that this person has detailed on.
Maybe Pastor Carol, as you say what you are prompted to say.
Yes.
How do we also now educate and work with our wives without them feeling like we have taken them back to class? Like, you know, there's a friend of mine who got married, and he realized that the wife was not a very good cook. You know, there is what we call mashakura, you know. And women, I keep telling you, there is a difference between chapatis and burnt offerings. So this woman used to cook burnt offerings. And the man thought, it's a good idea if I can bring a chef to train. That brought down their marriage. There's no way you can bring someone to teach me how to cook. So how do we do it with grace?
I'm telling you, some of these things, when you try with a woman, you'll face it rough. You'll face it rough because in the mind of a woman, you see when this transition is happening, they're also frustrated. As a woman, I would want to be able to clean my house the way I used to do it, like scrub everywhere without getting tired. I would want to be able to do some of those things that I used to do before. Now, I'm not able to do some of these things the way I used to do them, maybe because some of us, you get your children through CS, there's some issues, or maybe, some changes. Now, then you try to make it look like I I need to be that.
You have even become lazy.
It becomes rough. So you have to do it with a lot of grace and prayers. And you need God. And of course, also you should be ready for the challenges to face. You should be ready knowing that you might face some challenges in whatever you're trying to do, because it depends with different people. There are some men who would be okay, like if it's an issue of food, you want to go to the kitchen and try to help this lady to cook food. Maybe you realize the house nowadays is becoming quite untidy, and you would want her to, you see, you cannot bring a house help to make your bedroom. Yeah, that's true. So some of these things you have to do them yourself without making me feel like you're doing it because I failed. You see, that's now the part of the complex in us.
Just do it because nowadays, there's a way you walk around.
Yes.
Making some political statements.
Exactly. Even the way you're doing it, you're trying to show me you have failed here. This one should not be here. So you will need a lot of grace. And one thing I would want to say is that in every man, there is grace to handle the kind of a woman that they have and they live with. In every man.
Let us say that again, and someone should pin this right there.
Yes. In every man, there is grace to handle the woman that you live with, the wife, the
sister, the mother.
There's grace. God is not confused. Right. He does things with in a lot of order. He is not the author of confusion. He cannot order confusion in my house by making my husband not have the grace to handle me with all my changes. So the only thing is one accepting that I have the grace and ask God to help you understand the grace he has given you. When you put that grace to work, it will work for you. That's why you see some men, they handle some women who we all call complicated. I agree. Those ones, they have nothing to do with misunderstanding. They're just totally complicated.
We even wonder how they do it.
Yeah, and you'll see that man so happy. Some of them are CEOs, and the kind of women they have as their wives. Everybody knows, and they keep wondering, who is this? How do they manage?
This is a lioness in the office. How does this man manage to tame this lioness?
Yeah, he's okay. Not that he has he's okay. He has learned how. Yes, he has learned how to handle that woman because that grace is already provided. That grace is there. In every woman, there's that grace to handle that man. Some people will ask you, how do you manage this kind of a man? It is the grace of God that he already installed in you. You are just allowing God through the whole thing. So that grace can work in your life. But some of us, we don't want to go there. We want to compare your wife with another woman. Yes. There's nothing as bad as a woman knowing that you are actually trying to compare them with another woman. If you try to compare your wife's food with the house help's food, you will have a problem.
And asking today, can you excuse her to cook? Because
can she make chapatis for us today?
The house will be on fire.
That house, you will never eat chapatis in that house. From that day, end of chapatis.
Pastor Sally, help us here. Why is it, and maybe I'm speaking for many men, why is it like you'll have a house help? And just by the time the man starts liking what the house help, the way she cooks, maybe the woman is a career woman, she's busy, and you get to a place, we'll discuss about how you balance all these things. The moment the man starts falling for the food of this lady, the way she does things, she's sacked. Now, why now?
Because women we are jealous. We are like God. God is a jealous God.
Okay.
A woman wants to totally feel like all the attention, her man's attention is on her. That is why a woman is wired to receive compliment, praise, appreciation. Those are a must for a woman's heart to keep, healthy. So if a man, and let me say this to men, if a man praises any other woman,
maybe look at this.
Yeah, in a way that is extreme. There's some men who would like appreciate another woman extremely, in a way that the wife feels that he has never given me that kind of
She has
appreciation.
never received that from that.
I've never received that. And you look at a situation whereby you feel like you have done even more than what that woman has done. And this woman is receiving praises and appreciation and compliments publicly and even maybe privately, as maybe the husband and the wife are talking. But she's never received that. The next thing that will happen is she's going to react negatively. And if she's in a position to sack that girl, or maybe a position to, that is why even in churches we see many, sorry to say this, but the truth is, you will find not on my end, I think I'm past that, but you will see that many pastors' wives also have issues with ladies whom the pastor, who is the husband, appreciates more than them. It brings a lot of war.
There's a lot of that in some churches.
Yeah, in some churches, a lot of war. And it's because sometimes the woman is feeling I'm not being appreciated. What I want to tell the men is this. Every man is capable of giving their wife praise when it is due. Do not withhold it. For example, your wife might not be knowing how to cook nice chapatis, but probably she knows how to cook nice pilau.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yes, appreciate her for that. Or maybe it might not be in the area of cooking. It could be in the area of managing finances or managing, she's a homemaker, the home is neat, the home is clean. When you come back home, you're coming to a home that is very peaceful. She's a good mother to your children. She's raising them with discipline and observing with a lot of care how they're growing up.
Just look for, zoom into something that you can appreciate.
Something that you can appreciate her until she feels like her tank of appreciation is not just full but overflowing.
Wow.
But if you leave it empty, she's going to be wondering, I think I've done much more in your life than that woman you're talking to me about. And she's going to react badly.
She'll become complicated.
She'll become complicated, and you will find quarrels along that. Like, why are you praising her always? Why are you giving her too much attention? Why are you, you know? But the thing is, she's feeling an emptiness. Anytime you see a woman like kind of becoming jealous that the husband is mentioning someone else, a female, more than she's been mentioned, or giving attention to that female more than her, it means that the man has lacked to give her appreciation in many times. And the appreciation of a woman is very, it doesn't cost. It doesn't cost. It's just verbal. You know, women were created to hearing, because when Adam woke up, when he woke up from his sleep, as the Bible says to us, and he found Eve there, he spoke. This is the bone of my bones,
And the flesh of my flesh.
and the flesh of my flesh. And from that point, from our mother Eve, we are geared to hearing more.
Wow.
So and that's why when Adam could not, I don't know where he was, when he couldn't speak to Eve, Eve got a partner. The serpent was there.
Yes.
And she listened. The conversation was sweet to her ears. She listened. If men would understand that women, we are created and wired to hear. When you keep telling us. That is why, do you know, Apostle Joe, a wife will get into the house after she's come from the salon and ask you, honey, how do I look? You don't want to tell me that she doesn't know how she looks. She knows. She knows either the hair was done
But she
bad,
wants to hear from me.
and she knows either it was even done badly. It's not even, they didn't, because sometimes we go to salons and they don't do it the way we want it. She knows it was not done well, but she wants to hear it from you.
Hope, men, you are listening, because I know you are watching us, and I want to appreciate every man who is right here on Elevate page. Please share this page and let every other man know that tonight is our night to learn. You know, they say that the deformation you suffer is the information you lack. So if you keep learning, there are so many mistakes that you'll avoid, because learning is very key, and especially tonight, because we have people who are tested and approved. People, they are sharing out their lives, things that you know, from counseling, real life cases. So you cannot afford possibly to not to capture some of these points that will help you. You can try this at home. I know you are married, your wife is different, but these are principles that you can generally apply. Maybe Pastor Carol, because you're also coming from this background, the cancer, and you have interacted with a lot of people in church and in practice, maybe from where Pastor Sally has left. I want us possibly to look at women and finances. Because like now you used to work and your husband know how much you are earning.
Yeah.
How do you navigate around finances? Because sometimes it is always said that usifanyie hesabu pesa yangu. Wewe fanya ile kitu unafanya na yako. Pesa ya mama ni ya mama. How is that?
I think if this was a vernacular show, I would have used a better term to say that this is where it all lies. This is where the main problem is in the matters finances in marriage. Of course, I know there are many people who would say that when it comes to my money, it's my money, yours is ours. But I would also want to say that there are women who have supported their families and their marriages totally without, complicating it.
Yeah.
But then, one of the problems that I know has also come up is that sometimes when a woman takes up responsibilities in the family, say for example, the man has lost the job, or maybe he's still searching for a job, or maybe there's some issues that, needs finances, so you're supporting him. Sometimes, not always, but in some marriages, we have seen when a woman takes up responsibilities that are believed to be the man's responsibilities, some men do relax.
Yeah.
And they are like, now, continue with that.
At least for a breather. You see, for all these years, for heaven's sake.
Which is okay, you can relieve them.
Will the son of Adam not rest?
You see, there's some men who will really take advantage. Some women will be able to spend their money on their families without feeling like they're being taken advantage of.
Yes.
But there are men who do take advantage. There are men who do that. But when it comes to finances, I want to say that as a man, one, because this is a wide thing, as a man, it is good, it feels good for a woman to be given money. I want to say it as it is.
Yes.
To be given money,
Yes.
not shopping, money by the husband,
Yes.
even when you have your own.
My goodness. Yes.
It feels good. It is a good feeling for a woman. And
it's therapeutic.
it is. And
Can you start?
it is quite therapeutic. And you can give me 2,000 bob, and at the end of the day, I will end up spending like 5,000 bob on our family. I will not even remember that I've spent more. But you see that joy of receiving money from my husband. It is something else. It works miracles.
I've been vindicated tonight because there's someone who said, I never believed that person until today. They say that if you want to make your woman happy, give her. In fact, they said 3 things that you need to do as a man if you want your woman to always be happy. Number 1 is give her money. Number 2, give her money. Number 3, give her some more money.
I know.
So it's therapeutic, but I also understand where you're coming from. It feels good, Pastor Sari, possibly.
Yes, and I want to add on top of what Pastor Carol has said, to give her money without necessarily having her beg.
Okay.
It doesn't go right with us. When a man will keep begging, and in begging, I would want to put this scenario here, where I'll have to keep saying I need money for a dress, or I need money for ABCD. That kind of at some point, I talk about developmental stages. When I was young, I didn't have a problem asking my husband money right, left, and center. I felt it was his obligation and responsibility. But as you grow up and grow old, you kind of feel like you want to be not really that independent woman, but also at some point whereby if he is going to give you money, he's going to do it willingly, but you're not begging for it. Like he can be able to know. And that's also a way of showing the woman love, that your husband is able to know that she would be needing money for her hair, or should be needing money for some new pair of shoes, or should be needing money for something else. But this is where the difference is between men and women.
Yes.
When a woman needs money from a man, we are not direct. per se. We might not come and tell you, I need money. I need 3,000 shillings to go and make my hair. And that one, I've interacted with several men who feel frustrated, including my own husband, that we cannot say it direct, because we don't say it. Most women will not say it direct to you, that I need money for this. Most women will say, my hair is bad. Yani jijazie.
In fact, there's a principle in accounting.
Yes.
Called substance over form. And many men want substance over form. But tell me how much so that I can nifanye mahesabu.
Yes, and women don't go that way.
Yes.
They'll say milk is finished.
Yes. We are decoding the language now.
Women won't say, give me 100 bob for milk. They say milk is finished. And so the man is like, okay, it's finished. Or
do the mathematics.
Yeah, like give me the full
I want
details.
figures.
Yes.
I want figures. It's finished. How much do you need? Do you want to buy a packet, just one, or a carton? Give me the figures. And so that kind of not understanding the languages of a woman, even in finances, it brings a lot of confusion and also misunderstanding. The woman will feel like, he does not want me to give me, he feels I'm a burden to him. He does not want to give me money anymore. But the man is like, you didn't put it right, that you wanted money for this, and how much it was.
Wow, I think that is also a good one. I have learned also a bigger point right there. Maybe still on money. Why do we see, and possibly, okay, I've been thinking about this even as a counselor. Why do we see women possibly, a man is down, a woman will take a loan and give to this man. He begins a business, the business is down. This woman again takes another loan, pumps to the same man. Are our ladies not learning? What is the problem? You find that a woman is dying in a support to a man who is not supportive, right? You know this man is drinking. You know where he's taking the money. You know this money is going to another woman. But you are still right there not seeing. What's the problem with women? Maybe Pastor Carol, then Pastor Sari.
Okay. Okay, I wanted her to mention something.
Okay, maybe.
We don't have a problem. You remember, we're in a family setup now.
Yes.
When you're talking about a man who is taking his money, maybe drinking,
it's
or
even
no,
with girlfriends and boyfriends.
or with boyfriends,
it is
or
everywhere.
misuse, any kind of misuse,
yes.
and the woman is still sticking to this man. Something we need to understand about a woman is this. At the Garden of Eden, because that's the beginning of everything. At the Garden of Eden, the man, when he was created, God gave him the garden to tend. Said, tend the garden, take care of the garden. He was given work. That's what God gave the man, work, and He showed him the parameters and how the garden is, and explained to him and told him take care of the garden. When He creates a woman, the first thing the woman sees is a man, and the first thing that the woman is introduced to is marriage.
Okay.
That is the first thing the woman was introduced to. She woke up like this, and she was married. Nobody explained to her. No counseling, no therapy, no sessions, but she knew this is my husband. And she entered into marriage right on. I normally say this, by the time a woman is giving up on marriage, because that is what we were given first. So that is what we value most.
So it's a matter of value.
Value and treasure. There's a lot of weight in a woman for family and marriage. A lot of weight. And so when a woman is quitting marriage, she has fought. She has fought it to the end. She has tried every avenue. She has tried everything possible to see that this marriage works. So she sticks there because that is what she valued most.
She's still
so
hopeful.
She better die there.
And she's still hopeful it's going to work.
So
then
she
again,
hangs on that
yes, then again, we are created, the natural traits of a woman, every woman, any woman, is that we nurture. We are nurturing. So even when you're seeing that your husband is going down, you're hopeful. If I can only inject some more money, maybe if the business is going on, it's just the part of nurturing. to see that something good comes out of your husband and the business.
Maybe Pastor Carol, because I want
Yes.
us, our time is out, and I want you to address this before we go. What happens, Pastor Carol, when again a woman has money, the man is dying here, lakini hiyo pesa haiwezi toka?
Okay.
There's no food.
Yes.
Na hakuna chakula, and
Yes.
in the account
Yes.
there is money. What is happening?
Many things. One
Maybe
of
in 1 minute,
yes,
please.
yes. One of them is when you have tried it and this person is taking advantage.
Okay.
Let me say this, Apostle Joe. There are some men who will never allow a woman to have a coin in the pocket.
Okay.
The moment they realize you have some money, their account is frozen. No money comes from that account.
Okay.
It's like there is no money at all
Yes.
until they are sure that you don't have any money. I don't know why. I think this you guys need to tell us why you do that, because yeah. So some women will be like, maybe they are planning of some development. You're looking at your life and you're thinking, we need to be at this point. I think if I save 1, 2, 3, we would be able to be in a better place.
Yeah.
So if this man is asking for every coin I have, then it means we will never grow. And this money, when I give him, he will still think I still have more money.
Yeah.
So I will never grow. And you know, women, to be a woman of the proverb. That
one woman, yes.
Yes, you need to have money.
Yes.
Now,
She's
if a man asks
business
for every money, every coin that you have, when will you grow? When will you become that woman? So sometimes some women will not do that because they hate that man. They're just trying to hold
put some
for
senses
yes,
in him that
yes,
he'll need.
yes. And some men, if you continue giving them, they will never even. Some men become lazy.
Okay,
They don't
get
even
it.
go out to look for money because they know there is a source.
Yes.
You see, not
And until
everybody.
it's depleted, he's not doing anything.
Exactly. So you'll never, grow. Yeah.
A powerful conversation right here. Our time is up, but I still feel, in fact, we have just done 2 areas. There are more than 5 areas that we needed to cover in this show, but I can promise you, I'll talk to these beautiful ladies here by the mercies of their wonderful husbands, Bishop Joseph Githinji and Apostle. Please, Pastor Monyao, we need to have these ladies another day, and I pray that we'll have them to just continue with this conversation. I want to give you an opportunity. We are talking about decoding a woman, and for sure they have helped us decode. There are some things I've learned, but we need to keep learning, and this is a conversation you keep having. Possibly we'll see when next we'll have it, but I'll advise. I'll ask you kindly, if I find grace, please, I would want to host you once more time so that you can come and also answer all these questions. Today we've not even read the questions. Stephen Odhiambo, Ruth Mugambi, Frida, or John Gathoni, all these people are on YouTube and Facebook. So many messages. We are not able to read all of them, but I can promise you next time, please, we read all your messages and answer your questions. I want to give Pastor Sari an opportunity possibly to say a goodbye and possibly promise us whether she'll be coming again or not.
Wow. Thank you so much, viewers, for keeping it here as we tried to decode the woman, and we want to believe that you've been helped. By God's grace, we will come back.
Wow, thank you. That's a good promise. God bless you. How can we find you?
On Facebook, Sally Githinji. I'm there. I'm not on many social media platforms. She tries to help me get there.
Okay.
But I think there's a part of me that
Okay.
likes being hidden.
Okay.
But also we're at Hillside Church, Ruaka, just at the center, at the stage. Our church is near there, not far from where the stage is. You can find us there. No other details.
Hillside, okay. They'll Google Hillside and you'll find Hillside.
Yes.
Pastor Caro, how can we find you and what do you do? Possibly therapy sessions? Maybe you can speak.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here today, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being with us. You've kept us company, and we are happy that you're being blessed. I believe, as Pastor Sally said, we will see you another time, God willing. You can find me on Facebook. My name is Nzyoka on Facebook, on YouTube, and you can also find me at CCMI Church in Zimmerman. That is where also our offices are. If you need counseling, especially this holiday, I know I'm planning to have several sessions with especially the students, because my main area of concentration is in families. So if you would want to have somebody who can just listen, I can assure you I can actually listen to you. So you can get to me and we will do that. Thank you so much. God bless you. See you another time, God willing.
Are you promising you'll be back?
Yes, we will.
Wow, thank you so much. That was our time. I'm Joe Wisdom, your host, and appreciation to our executive producer, Apostle David Juma and Pastor Sunta. Thank you all, the Man Unveiled community. See you next Wednesday, same place, same time. Let's keep preaching Man Unveiled gospel. God bless you and have a wonderful night.